about your spendings. You need to activate investments. You need to activate multiple streams of incomes. You need to rework your business model to see that as a businessman, you are now leveraging much on technology and you are doing a lot of things that are cost effective. If you have not been doing that before, my brothers and sisters, there are going to be a lot of challenge. You need to cut down on luxuries. You need to understand the difference between wants and needs and concentrate only on needs. You need to look at things that you don't need to get into debt into. You don't need to get debt for. Don't go and borrow for borrowing sake if you are the borrowing type. Those are the issues. Can we quickly wrap up? When I talk, maybe within the next 5 minutes because of time, on the benefit. The benefit of all of this we are talking about, one, it has a spiritual benefit. This is the first time some people are actually rethinking their God. You understand? You are rethinking your God. You know there is a God somewhere. But because of you have been forming busy, or the world has made you busy, doing nothing anyway, and you are moving around, you have never had opportunity to rethink God. Now you can see that globally, we know that there is a lot of things that can be used to curtail human being without a president of the United States of America or a president of Nigeria speaking. People are naturally keeping at home now. They are not fighting anybody. Why? Even if the president gave the order, don't go out, people will still float that order. But now again, we see that is the sense that we need to make out of it. There are ways of fighting wars that will lead to death of millions without shooting a gun. So for those people that understand the science of COVID-19, it's a weapon of mass destruction, and it can be activated as But if you have not done that, you can't call yourself a superpower. You are not looking at the development of bioweapons going forward. Because you are going to be fighting a war that will not have anything going forward. I said spiritual because people are now closer to their God. They know they can die. And the only language human beings understand is death. Even if you are a drunkard, when you go to morgue and mortuary and they say your father died, your eye will clear immediately. So the only language you understand is death. And now it's being clear to us that it's closer to everybody. And thousands and millions can even die without any consequence. And we believe because we pray 5 times daily, we are doing something special to God. Now you can't even pray German, stay at your house. Who are you? I don't even need your prayer. That is the point we have. We believe if you have not gone to Jumat and you go to a number of Jumat, it becomes a record that you can use as an Hajj. It's you need to go to Umrah, you need to go to Hajj. The way we are going, if Allah so wish, Hajj might not hold this year. And Allah will still come back to look at you and say, okay, what has happened? So you believe you are worshiping me. So for us, we need to take sense. We need to actually rethink our God and understand who we are, what we need to do, and what we really need to understand. 2 things in our spiritual life that has been reactivated. We need to reactivate our Iman. Anybody that COVID-19 has not reactivated his Iman must be somebody that is foolish. Number 2, it has assisted us to reawaken our salat. Some of us are so busy that we pray everything together. Now God say you are locked down. Buhari told him to be locked down inside his house. He doesn't even have a job to do. Maybe you are busy. Now you are no more busy, no work for you. Go and sit down. So if you like, if by this time you cannot fix your 5 daily prayer as at on time again, then maybe you are not meant for this planet. Or maybe you don't understand your God. You have not rethink your God. Number is the issue of sadaqah. For me, I've actually seen people that they have never contacted me for help, but now they are contacting me. Please, for some of us, let us increase our sadaqah. Think about people in your family compound, in your town, your friends. Wallahi, some people does not have things to eat. They don't know how to say it. We need to rethink that. So, meaning that this COVID-19 has activated your increase in iman if you know what you are doing. Are you getting it? If you are the drinking time, you cannot go to anywhere to go and drink. Now, if they catch you there, they beat you, they arrest you. And somebody will come and bail you. Otherwise, in Rwanda, what they do for them is that they take them to an open stadium, tell them to sit down under the sun there. Just sit down inside the stadium. They are not taking them to any police station. And they are maintaining social distancing. So just sit down there. By the time some beat you for like 2 days and you are in a position, your head will be, the rethinking will start naturally. You need to reboot your head. Are you getting it now? In Philippines, I was watching it live. Wallahi, the president said, if you see anybody outside, shoot him down. Wallahi, I heard not this one 3 days ago. If you just step out, anybody you see, shoot him down. The president was ordering. So it has gotten to that point. If you cannot use those ones to rethink and reboot, then you have problems. That's what we are saying. So your 5 daily prayer should be fixed now. After all, what are you busy on? Number 3, that has to do with zakat, which is our pillars. That's why I said, if you have not been doing your zakat, you are going to understand why you need to do it now, because of the kind of calls you are having. Some people are forming big man, but they can't sustain their family for 2-3 days. Like one of my brothers said before this thing, he was there, we were just joking, and he said, we might even get home to some homes to go and wake some brothers up to come and pray Salat, and we find them dead. You are just knocking the door and the man he has waka. Because you are not checking on him. Please, let's take our phone and check on people. It's important now. And sadaqah, let's activate it. People need, you know them. They can't live without their daily income. They go out every day to fend. So that is going to be taking me to the next pillar of Islam. This particular lockdown is supposed to assist us to plan for Ramadan. I think one of the ustads said this is going to be the first time that we might be doing a Ramadan that is not going to be community-based. Part of the issues might be that we might never, if Allah does not have special mercy on us, we might not have opportunity of praying Taraweeh in Jama'ah if this thing continues. So what is the implication of that? Have we experienced it in our lifetime? So these are things that have never been, that are highly unprecedented that is happening. Allah is just showing us many things. He said, you think it's by praying Jama'ah. That's what, you can pray on your own. If I need it, I take it. If I don't need it, you are on your own completely. So this Ramadan, you need to have a special plan. If before Ramadan, people are begging for food globally, what will happen during Ramadan? When you are compulsorily supposed to be under hunger treatment, commanded by Allah. Are you getting it now? So we should have, at Mica, at every forum, we should scale up our preparation for Ramadan. There's going to be necessity. There are going to be needs that we need to meet. Otherwise, there's going to be crisis. Are you getting it now? So we need to rethink and replan and re-strategize the typical Ramadan of 2020. Let me shock you a bit. One of the philanthropist organizations that people take grant for in Nigeria is Tony Elumelu Foundation. Do you know this afternoon? I just received their mail. They have called off their grants for this year. Every application is for 2021. Call it off because of COVID. I will not say the man has not done the right thing, because remember, UBA donated 1 billion. That money must come from somewhere. If it is from the philanthropic pocket, part of it come from the UBA. What is he going to use for this program? So that's why I said we need to re-strategize going forward. And finally, the last pillar of Islam, which is Hajj. It may or may never happen. So meaning that if you understand the impact of this COVID-19, it's actually shaking the pillars of Islam. And it's affecting our faith. And we need to now understand how we need to rethink it and how we are non-entity compared to Allah. When you think you can arrogate, we are praying, what are you doing? It might say it doesn't need anything. Just be on your own. I don't even need you. And the universe continues. It's still giving you oxygen to breathe. There's still sunlight. It's only that it's just saying, like in your office, just ignore somebody saying, they are saying it's too much. Let us do a lot of istighfar. Let us seek for forgiveness and let us look at the benefits in terms of medical and health. It is high time for many of us, including myself. I started my exercise again. I don't have time before. You need to be fit. Fit for yourself, fit for your family, fit for your spouse, fit for your deen. How many of us can actually say, I want to pray and I want to do 30 rakats. I want to do 20 rakats. Many of us will just start leaning our back on the wall. We are not fit. If it means that what you need for your health or your medicals to come at par, at standard with your age, and there is a fitness, it's relaxation. Many of us are taking drugs because we are not relaxing, we are not making that drugs to work. You have hypertension, you are a contractor, they give you drug. You'll be the first person to go to site in the morning again. And you are taking drugs. So, adverse drug reactions, what is the problem many people are having? They don't even know that is their disease now. It is ADR that is their disease. Adverse drug reactions. That is what is affecting many people. Many people are actually damaging their organs because of overdose. And I've tried it before. There are some times when you think you need drugs. Wallahi, if you take serious relaxation, deep relaxation, your system will reset. Allah is not making mistake by making sure that you close every day by sleeping. It's to reset your functions. We need to understand the biology of human being and the computers and electronics you see today. Assuming your system does not allow to be rebooting, it's just working. What will happen? So if it can crash, you can crash. Are you getting it now? So we need to understand that one. Take this time to understand your medicals. Medicals sometimes might be food. You might need to change your lifestyle. In fact, food is drug. And even the conveyance of the vaccine for COVID-19, some researchers are already thinking that they want it to come in terms of fruit. People just eat fruit and they are vaccinated. So you need to fix that. Social relationship, family development. We are talking about a lot of crises in the society, and we agree that the family unit is the starting point, Abi. Many families are dysfunctional. It is during this COVID-19 that some parents are going to know that their children are taking drugs. Because when the boy is looking like a mumu and you say, what is wrong? It's because he has not taken what he has been taking. You have shut him down. So as a good father who has not gotten time to be at home and understand the children, he got home when they are sleeping, he got out when they have not woken up for 6 months. How are you going to understand? So it is high time we improve our socials with our families, understand the kids, understand our spouse better. For guys, I will beg you like myself, you need to be tolerant. You know our spouse now. It is high time, it's a give back time. After all, if you cause trouble before you can escape, now where are you going? So don't cause any trouble. Engineer, it's not time to cause any trouble. Even trouble is coming, just say welcome, Mr. Trouble. How is everything? Oh, that's what you have brought. I'm patient. You remember that, what's it called? Remember that hadith now? That, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, whenever you are moving and somebody say you want to cause trouble, call salam. Salam, salam. You understand? For these 2 weeks, you actually need to do that one religiously. After 2 weeks, let what you learned during the 2 weeks live with you. Otherwise, honestly speaking, let me give you instances. In South Africa now, at the call center, as at midday yesterday, they have nothing less than 87,000 family issues call within their 9 days of lockdown. Today is going to be their 10th day of lockdown. More than 87,000 of abuses and home violence calls within that period. And thank God, I was just discussing that we need to dimension it actually. But in their own case, you know they have been talking about gender imbalance. Gender issue contributed more than 80% of that. Many husband and wife, they are actually roommates, but they thought they are married. Now they are locked down in the same position. They don't have anything in common. It is now they are realizing. Another gender dimension in South Africa is that for females, they have 3 sexual orientations. Recognized. They have transgenders. People that have changed. Thank God we have not gotten to that point in this country. May Allah save us. And if it is somewhere in the country too, may Allah just save us. So, in essence, we need to refix our family system and units to make sure that when we come out, we are going to see some balancing. In terms of spiritual, children that are not praying as at the right time, it's our responsibility to fix it. We have an opportunity and we need to explain it to Allah, how we use it. We need to do joint family prayers, if the need be. If you are the one that they have not been saying that, oh, daddy can even lead prayer, please start leading prayer in your house. If you are the female that all what you do is the nagging, I need to appeal to the sisters too. Please, this is not a nagging time. Try as much as possible to calm down and take the best benefit of this period. The moment he escapes again, you are on your own. So do it in such a way that he will not escape again. So it's an opportunity for us. Can I look at the issue of professional benefits so that I can wrap up? Thank you. Professional benefits in terms of you need to use this opportunity. Go online and do a lot of skill development. Don't become a dull person. There are a lot of free online. Just take 2-3 days. Do some trainings and just get over it. And be happy for lockdown. When people are locking down, be locking up. So that when you go out of lockdown, you will not be knocked out. You will be knocked in, maybe to another job at higher level or another responsibility. Then, again, for people that are doing businesses, you need to remodel your business. If you have not been doing IT, for the first time, for those people that are on B2B, we need to go online yesterday and activate our, what was it called, our virtual learning. Engineer, I think that's what we did. And for the first time, I must confess to you, it gives me a new sense of direction. Nothing less than 5 people from 5 different countries were on B2B platform to participate yesterday. It has never happened. We have just been doing it at up. So I have a new perspective. So, okay. And yesterday, somebody among them that participated called me later in the evening from Australia, telling me what he wanted to do to make sure that we have other global audience. If that is what we are going to be doing going forward, I said, well, I've never looked like this way. I've been saying when we meet at the hub, and really, the CEOs are getting busier. So it means they can knock down their 30 minutes or 1 hour anywhere they are in the world and engage. If it is their presentation, they do it and we move forward. So for me, that is for me. For everybody, you need to rethink your business model. Don't allow the knockdown to knock down your brain. Are you getting it now? Let us reinvent so that we can move forward. On global benefit, number 1, I will just read through because of my time. It has brought humbleness to all the global leaders. Now the level of arrogance has come down. Because the truth of the matter is that how can you fathom that US and France are fighting to pick up masks at a Chinese airport? France has bought it. US say, get out of that place, let me pick this thing, I need it for my country. How can you see some global leaders that they think they are all in all? Now hearing somebody to say, yesterday, in fact, I was a bit sick and the man is running away because he just heard somebody was sick. He's reporting to me, somebody's reporting to you as the global leader, and you heard, in fact, over the weekend I was having some small fever, and you started running away. These are people that talk authoritatively. Look at what the president of, in Spain, they don't know when they are doing sujood. They were just crying and all of them needs to fall down and put that their head that has never touched the ground for 30 years. They want it to be there permanently. What are you talking about? Look at president of Italy saying we don't even know what to do again. For a president to say we don't even know, we are confused. Are you getting it now? So humbleness has come back. Then a lot of us have now seen how vulnerable we are. We are claiming science, we are claiming technology, we are claiming everything. So something that we have never seen, that is just a particle, that has a protein coat, can make everybody to be messed up. I was speaking to my friend in Canada 2 days ago, and we quite agree, both of us, that US is messed up. It's messed up. I'm saying messed up. When you see people saying, I'm taking between my job and my life. If I go to the job today, I don't have any protective gear to wear. US run out of PPEs, personal protective equipment. US run out of masks. Can you understand what we are talking about? US run out of beds, sick beds, space. So we can start converting. You can see in New York 2 days ago, the big hotels, they were saying they are giving it free for medical officers to come and stay, so that they can be sleeping and be attending to people. So these are issues that I'm saying that the world has actually changed. And there are some doors that has opened. Nigerian is saying, US, do we have our citizens that we can evacuate? You say you want to come and evacuate, just come and carry them. And I've seen a video of an American who refused to go. The man said, leave me here. I should go to the US to go and do what? The place is messed up. I'm going to die. I'm going to die here. I'm protected here. No, I'm going. I'm not going. No, this home. They say I should go home. Where's home? I'm not. America is not my home now. This is my home. I'm in this place. So, guy, you need to go for evacuation. I said, no, not me. Wallahi. In Nigeria, I spoke to my friend that usually hosts me. Whenever I'm in the south of the US, and he came to Africa, he was telling me that he needs to go to the remote village where he belongs to, in Cameroon, and that is where he's staying. He doesn't want to even listen to the news of COVID. Here he's eating vegetable and every other thing. He's not ready to die. I said, why, guy, you work in the lab. What's going on? What's going to happen in your lab? He said, no, leave lab. The university system is closed up. Everything is messed up. I said, okay, when are you going back? He said, I don't know. Wallahi ta'ala. I'm talking about realities. He said, by next week, he's coming to an hotel where I can even have access to internet, and he will now be reviewing whatever is happening. I said, okay, they sent him a message from the consulate of the US in Cameroon that all Americans, because he's an American citizen now, all American citizens, you should come for evacuation. He said, I'm not an American citizen, I'm a Cameroonian. I'm not going. Wallahi ta'ala. These are places, or will anybody wake up now and say, I want to go to China? The two top places that people want to say, I'm doing business or I'm having education. So people can start rejecting those places in the same word. So we need to actually check that. And I said it, one will never remain again. Again, there should be a deliberate part of the benefits we need to see in this country as a nation is that our digital economy ministry, there must be critical investment there. You know, there is an app and the way satellite can actually map people that have been treated. There is a way you can use technology to map social distancing and know the offenders. So there is a lot of teleconferencing meetings that are going on. Many platforms we are using for education and teaching now. Which one did we develop in this country? So these are things that we need to look into. Investment in medical supplies is critical. I've just mentioned. Now we are looking at vaccine development. How many companies can we have? 2 companies? Even if we are firstly going to nationalize them and now concession them the way we do to solve this problem, can we have 2 or 3? Are you getting it now? Are we looking at ventilators producers? Just yesterday I was talking to some team, day before yesterday, and they're already looking at biomedical engineers in Nigeria. They want to produce the first indigenous ventilators. So that is the kind of things we should be looking at. And when we have it, please, government should uptake it or upscale it for them. If they neglect them, those guys will go. I know we are actually doing a lot of, what's it called now, hand sanitizer locally. Problem has forced us to that. But we have never seen, I've never seen anyone, except maybe Dito, that is made in Nigeria, well branded. If you check many of them, they are still imported. You understand? Or packaged in Nigeria. Face mask. I saw them showing something like the one they used to sieve pap in some state. I don't want to mention the state. So we need to get it right. If, for example, Nigeria can produce face mask to the standard that is acceptable to WHO, don't you think we have business for even 16 African ECOWAS countries? So these are the opportunities, these are the potential, these are everything that we need to know. Like I want to conclude, everybody in the world, leaders, followers, it is time for us to be humble. I usually say Almighty Allah is the creator of both creatures and creations. COVID-19 is one of the creatures of Almighty Allah. And we have seen that He can keep it there and nothing will happen, and He can activate it. So meaning that there are a lot of things Allah can trigger that will just wipe us off. After all, we have seen the sample now that it is by sneezing, Abi. So it means ear can carry anything. Do you know how many things that are living inside you that they have never been triggered? That's why you are healthy. So it is high time everybody become humble. And the leading drugs we are looking at in the world now is coming from Cuba. Do you know how many years US has shut down Cuba? And today, they are recognized as the one that is having the best medical facilities in the world. Now they are the ones that are helping Europe, helping China to cure this disease. How do you reconcile that? There should be reciprocity. We need to actually understand diplomacy. We need to respect each other. On this note, this is when I'm going to close my talk on this. I think we've actually gone through the COVID-19, the science of it, a bit of the economics of it, and the benefits. We should see a lot of opportunities in what we are talking about. We should not be dampened. Rather, we should learn, unlearn and relearn based on what we are actually seeing today. There are a lot of them that can still come in the future. Muslims should not be at the back end. We should always be at the front end. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik. Wa nashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Subhanaka rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wa salamun ala al-mursalin. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Quickly, I have two questions. So I think the first one is, what advice will you give us in managing our income, savings during this lockdown, bearing in mind that the fact that Ramadan will commence in a few weeks? Well, that's number one. Let me quickly say, part of the mistake we have made in the past is this. I'm going to paint it this way so that you understand. You can only manage an income that is enough. You cannot manage an income that is not even enough. What are you managing? Are you getting it now? Our income issue look like this. When you have a table and it has only one leg, and you have another table, it has 4 legs. You have another table, it has 12 legs. Are you getting it? All of them are tables. Typically, you're going to see a table that has 4 legs, Abi. But many of us, hardly will you see a table with 1 leg, maybe just a stool. So that is the way income is compared to ourselves. If you are at the table, you are standing on only one income. The moment that 1 leg is cut off, you have collapsed. If you have 4 legs, if they cut one, you are going to still be staggering. If I remove 1 leg from this table now, it will still be standing. We need to come up with streams of income and understand what works for us. Diversify our portfolio. Honestly speaking, in Nigeria of today, let me give you an instance. If you are living in any suburb of Abuja, if you are the managing type, you are going to be spending nothing less than 1,000 per head per person in your house per day. Use that one as a metric to calculate what you're supposed to be earning in a month. If you are living in urban area in Abuja or Lagos, you are spending nothing less than 3,000 per person per head per day. Use that one to calculate the number of your household and know what is your income. So when you look at that, you will now know how far are you from the reality and why are you struggling. If you don't understand that mathematics and arithmetic, it might be pretty much difficult for you to know how you need to expand. And these are things that we need to be deliberate about. Not by mistake. They said they are doing something, I want to go and know. You carry your thinking cap and undergo critical, what works for me? Where can I still be getting money? Are you getting it now? So I think we need to do that, and you can actually not be managing what you don't have. How will you rate our economy in the face of a COVID effect? The economy of Nigeria, I've told you that we have an unstructured market we call an economy. So we are going to survive. I can assure you of that. We are going to survive, and like what we have been doing about the COVID itself, how we are managing it. We use unconventional methods to do conventional things. So we use unstructured market to actually see we are calculating GDP with illusory data. And all of us know that all this illusory data is taking us to nowhere. But really, I can tell you, because the pillars that support Nigerian economy, so quote and unquote, there are things that many of us, even the managers of the economy, they don't understand. So because of the unstructured nature, so we cannot be treated by a single dose of any treatment economically. So it's going to affect some people, it's not going to. So those people that we are calling the poor, they are going to be the one that will sustain. The farmers will go to farm. Some of the government policy is going to assist, and I've actually enumerated some of them. We are going to be fine. I want to believe. There could be challenges. The value of money might reduce. Issue of dollar, inflation might be up. Like now we are doing like 12%. It might be a bit higher. Drug supplies and pharmaceuticals might be expensive. So those are the issues, but I want to believe we are going to survive it, inshallah. So those are the response to my question. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We are at a time when necessity forces us to stay at home. Why not make an attempt to make this imposed break a productive one? Learn and get entertained with our guided view collections on your screen. Engage your family with our Children Entertainment Park, which is a compilation of 30 episodes of Umar series.
رب محمد أحد أحد بل اللات والعزى أحد أحد
45 episodes of the story of Prophet Yusuf.
But many people in the world are still ignorant and poor.
When the promised one comes, he shall save all people, both from ignorance and poverty, and from the injustice of oppressors.
The promised.
Yes.
10 cartoon episodes of the story of Saladin Al-Hayubi and Nigeria Muslim children preachers.
How terrible was my torment and my warning.
فَكَيْفَ كَانَ عَذَابِي وَنُذُرِ.
The people of Ad belied their prophets.
Why spend so much of your data in downloading Mufti Mink's lectures when we can deliver a carefully selected 20 hours of Mufti Mink's lectures in Nigeria and across the world, with lectures from one Ummah annual convention at your doorstep?
خلقتني من نار وخلقته من طين.
For those in marriage or interested in marriage, we have got you covered with up to 50 lectures on marriage affairs featuring Miriam Lemu, Sheikh Idris Kamisa, and many other marriage experts. You can get each of these packs at 5,000 Naira on a 32 gig flash drive. This is a strategy to engage your family and friends in a fruitful venture at this time. You can order online at www.guidedview.net or kindly call 006 131 9522. Guided View Collections. Make this imposed break a productive one.